Okay, this is the first look at the Turbo Chameleon. Loads of options here if you go down here. Here's the turbo option. Emulates two 1541 drives. Cartridges. I've got retro replay installed, so if I want to use it in Commodore 64 mode and do a reset, it goes into that. I haven't put a clock in yet. I'm using a PS2 mouse. Well, it's actually a USB, but I've got a converter on it. Same with keyboard. Running 800 by 600. And that's it really. It's actually got two SID chips in it, or two emulated SID chips, but I don't know when they're coming to be used. So I've done a little bit of messing around with the cores, and I've put, that's the Chameleon core, that's hardware test core, that's Pac-Man, it's not MAME, it's actually a proper core. Moon Patrol, and Pengu, that's the Mini-Mig. Down here we've got Spectrum 128K and 48K. So what I found with these, that I kept messing up when I was trying to install the cores, and I didn't realise there's actually two files that you have to copy over or install. I don't know what you call it, but installing cores, you got like a file, if it's an RBF file and a bin file, and you've got to do both of them to make it to work. So you'll see it if you install the first file, but it just won't work, it'll just crash. So if I press enter there, it's going into a core, and there you go, into Spectrum. Now I haven't done much with this yet, with the Spectrum one anyway. Been working on the Amiga one really. You know, it's where's load, not list. J, oh J, there you go. So I'm not sure how to do install, you know, loads games and things, but I just thought, you know, it's available, so lob it on. I've got available space on the actual Chameleon. Right, so I'll unplug it and plug it back in. And it's booting up again. This has actually got our docking station. I waited for the docking station, to be honest, because I wanted to play the games and what have you. The Amiga core, which I'm going to launch now, I had some trouble with the workbench. And luckily I got Amiga Forever, and if you look there, Amiga Forever key file. So I had to put the 3.1 kickstart in the root of the SD card and put the key for the unencryption so you can read the ROM. So basically, if you see the Mini-Mig, it's just press F12, go into your ATFs, and then there's all this. I'm pressing the wrong keys. Then I have to go into Hunter and press 12 again to get rid of it. So there we go. And it's just and it'll load the game. I am quite impressed with this over the Mini-Mig, and I suppose with the Mini-Mig you've just got an Amiga, really. I think you can put Spectrum on it, I can't remember now, but I just like the way this works. It's just a nice packaged together piece of hardware. I mean, they always saying it's in beta stage, but it's not bad. I mean, there are bugs, but you know. And it's this has got music by one of my favourite Commodore 64 musicians, which is Martin Walker. I've never played this before, so I've no idea what I'm doing. My name is Scott. Enter. So this is a USB keyboard and a USB mouse, but I've got the converters on. You must collect one general's head. And I don't think I'm accelerating anymore, so this is just basic stuff. I mean, to be honest, I haven't plugged the joystick in, so it's not going to do much. No, it's not going to do much. I have no joystick in. I have Kent's in. And that's doing notes, okay. So that was just an example of that. And you got your setting, you guys got configuration. So if I've done a HDF file, I think it's on 1. It's going to reboot, reboot. Thinking about it. No, it's not, so I'm just going to reset. There we go. It's back into it. I mean, I like this. I mean, I do like it. It's pretty cool, to be honest. Nice. Nice they can put these different computers on. And I think this is the hard drive one, which I've only just put the operating system. I would have liked to have put sysinfo on, so you know, this is just. But I have maxed the RAM, which if you look, is 2 meg chip, 24 meg fast. So yeah. So it's, I've got the Beta 68020 processor running on this, PAL of course, ECS. You can mess about with scan lines. To be honest, I like it as it is. So I have found if you put slow on, it's a bit it doesn't tend to work that well. This is the first one I actually flashed. Call it flashing, whatever. And I just couldn't get it working. And it did turn out is I had some slow on that and wouldn't have it. But the turbo's on there, so let's see if it'll let me return to Chameleon. Yeah, it will. So it's easy as that to go back into the Chameleon. And you can actually go into the Commodore 64. Yeah, see, there we go, retro replay, and F7 to the. So it's a bit, obviously it's like an open source version of data collection replay. So you got that, and I think if you press F1 it'll try to, yeah, so it does that. So if we go back into the menu by pressing the button here, and what I did find, I didn't actually look at these options, because every time I wanted to play or use a drive, I had to set that for 8, so that's set to 9, but didn't know it went up to that, and did all the settings, but I didn't write settings, so I was doing it every time, so I didn't bother scrolling all the way down. So to load a D64 image, you go to File Browser, which is not there. I mean, I did actually put these underscores, hoping that they'd sit at the top, but obviously it's not a Windows machine. So D64 games. Which game shall we put on? One of the few games that I actually completed back in the day. Oh, I just don't like saying back in the day, it's so corny. Anyway, base rug. So what you do is you control M to mount it, and then you tell it which file to run, and hopefully if it's just loaded the DC4 image, then it uncompiles it, and then there you go. And just one cheap and nasty intros. Actually, it weren't cheap and nasty, we're alright. Then it should go into the game, fingers crossed. It is actually loading. I can see there's a little red light flashing, so hopefully I'll load it up. It may need, so as it beats software, you're not always going to get it to work straight away. I mean, to be honest, I'll be tempted now just to unplug it again and plug it back in. Tapping camera as you go. Okay, so file browser again, go to T64, go to games, down here, into S, okay, and I think you can press enter actually, but it says control N, so it's in control N. So just tell it to load that file again, give it one more go. I mean, at first I were a bit, found it a bit fiddly, but once you get to use it a bit, it's just second nature. It's very easy to use. You just got to understand how it works and you'll be fine. And for some reason this game don't want to load, or does it? Or can't I just be bothered to wait? I mean, if you go into here, sorry, you can actually go into, so you can go into freeze a cartridge, and let's see if I can remember. So it's D1000 dash, that's it, there we go. So that looks like graphics data or something, or whatever. Some no code there, so no, wrong way around, DC100, C1000, sorry, nothing there. Okay, I wonder if it's at the beginning of basic memory, so assemble 100 dash, possibly, but it doesn't look that clean, so it might not be. To be honest, I think you were saying you were at BD100, the BD100. That could be it, I suppose, but it looks a bit messy for real code. I mean, what we're looking at, ooh. That could be actually code, that. So it looks pretty. Anyway, that's the assembler. I mean, where were it? BGFA? No. So there's all that stuff there, I mean, you have to play about with it. So that's it really. I mean, other thing to look at would be Pac-Man. This is the core booting up Pac-Man. There we go. Pac-Man. That's it. I suppose that's enough time on that. Thanks for watching.